Welcome back to Dum-Dums and Dragons, where improvisers who've never roleplayed before journey into the world of Dungeons and Dragons. I am the Grand Wizard Bukkake, your host. Butthole Allen and Mr. Mittens have journeyed into the jungle to destroy the mysterious Well of Souls, but they've been ambushed by a zombie T-Rex. Will our heroes survive? Will Quinny's Frankenbody be saved? Will one of our heroes die and have their soul destroyed by the very object they're seeking? Find out next on Dum-Dums and Dragons.
Suddenly bursting through the trees is a giant undead Tyrannosaurus Rex, which snaps up Blue and the Goblin and throws them back and forth, and then does that classic "when dinosaurs ruled the earth" roar.
Like that kind of thing?
That's the one, yeah.
But a bit deeper?
But you can tell it's almost choking on something, and it seems very strange, and you don't like it. So everyone please roll me fresh initiative.
10. I got a 9.
4. I think the T-Rex really surprised us.
Mr. Mittens, you're right there.
Meow.
So it's going to attempt to bite you.
Crap.
Oof,
I'm
natural
dead.
20. The T-Rex comes chomping down. I will offer you a devil's bargain.
Okay.
I'm quite fond of these. You can take the damage.
How much is it?
I'm not going to tell you. So you can either choose to take the damage or leap from Raptor Senior and let him take the damage.
He probably doesn't have as much health as me, so I'll take the damage.
All right.
I like Mr. Mittens already. Don't sell out your ride.
You're
Ride or
going to
die.
take 25 points of damage
Damn.
as the T-Rex chomps into you. And you are now grappled in the T-Rex's jaws. So he's got you bit, and then he's going to swing his tail at Ted, because Ted's still there and woozy.
Poor Ted.
The tail will hit Ted. Ted takes 20 points of damage, and his corpse slaps wetly against a tree.
Bye, Ted.
Forever rest in peace, my friendly Pterosaurus Rex.
Aw, that was a rental.
All right, that brings us to Alan.
I would like to attempt to cast Phantasmal Killer on this T-Rex. So I haven't used this before. Basically, I tap into the creature's nightmares and I create an illusion of its deepest fears. It has to make a wisdom saving throw. If it fails, it becomes frightened for the duration of the spell, which is up to a minute. And at the start of each turn, if it fails, it will take 4d10 psychic damage.
Damn.
Are undead immune to that, or can undead get frightened?
That's what I'm investigating right now.
Well, if it's not doing that, I'm just going to burn them up.
It's okay, we're going to try. You don't know.
No, but I don't want to waste it.
What if poison had worked on the green dragon?
Oh, shut up.
We get whole episodes out of mistakes. So you cast it, and it's going to be amazing.
It looks like it should be able to go through. It doesn't make much sense to me that it would. Let's go ahead with this. What does it need to pass?
14.
Passes.
No! Dang it!
Alan sends it images of her worst fears, which are dying and being forced to eat people, and it's like a fantasy for the dinosaur.
Its worst fear is being used in the Dinosaurs TV show.
I don't know what that is.
We're old,
not missing
Jonah.
much.
That's the moral of the story.
So the T-Rex eyes you with one undead eye, and you can see its throat is kind of convulsing a bit. Mr. Mittens, you're currently grappled.
I'm going to use my stress point to have an HP potion.
I think you actually already have one.
I do?
I gave you one
I
with
have
the-
one potion of healing.
He says he's low on HP.
I have 40 health.
I have 24.
Jonah's mind is now blown.
So you can go ahead and drink that.
I got 9 HP back.
Nice.
Was that my movement or is that my action?
Chugging a potion we've been using as a bonus.
I'm gonna just destroy its teeth with my flail.
Okay, swing that flail.
Come on, baby. 16.
Okay, that'll hit.
25.
That'll also hit.
I got a 14 and a 13. 27 damage.
Very nice. It releases you from its jaws. You drop to the ground.
I pick up my javelin as a free action.
You are not near your javelin, I'm afraid. But I'll let you use your move to go over to the javelin.
Okay.
That brings us to Butthole.
I am going to charge and focus all of my fury on this stupid T-Rex. I'm going to go right for the gut. Like, I want to try to get in between the legs and those little tiny arms.
Yep.
I'm sure that belly's nice and rotted, so I'm charging in there. On my way forwards, I want to distract it and capture some of the magic Mittens has going, so the hammer fist comes out and just socks it one in the jaw. 10 to hit. It goes to hit it in the jaw, but it had reared up to roar Jurassic Park style, as in Butthole's mind, a banner fell in its back. I don't know why. That's just what he pictured.
You know what? I'm imagining it too. So, if two of us see it.
Butthole's going to keep running forwards, so he gets hit with the field of spectral hammers as I charge.
What's your DC?
15.
The T-Rex will pass.
Nice. So it will still take 9 damage. Radiant damage.
Nice.
And then I'm going in for the gut with the lovely Moonlight Bringer. That's a rolled 14, but I'm going to use one of my mystical abilities, which is called Hell Fart. When you make an attack, you can use this power to add +10 to the roll. You can make this choice after you see the roll result, but you have to do it before the DM announces it hits. So I go from a 13 to a 23.
Yes, that will hit.
Let's see how this damage goes. So I've got D8 plus a D6 because this is undead. And then I'm going to channel the Might of Moonhammer as well. It's like a butt comes off of my butt and then slides up my arm into the swing. So the butt is driving the back of the hammer, which means I do an extra D8 radiant damage. So I do 9 damage. And then I'm actually going to use another ability that's called Hammer Hands, where I make my hands all hammery. And it lets me do another attack, a bonus attack. 20 total, but not natural.
That'll hit.
15 total damage that time.
So, Ryan, you hit it squarely in the stomach, yeah?
Yeah.
As you do, you see it convulse and twitch.
Ew.
And its throat starts going, and then it vomits up a zombie next to you.
Of course it does.
Why the hell did this just happen?
Because it ate a lot of people and they all got zombified somehow. I can't revive the living, but these guys are doing great.
God damn it.
Top of the round, there is a recently disgorged zombie.
Does it pass a wisdom save?
It does not.
20 damage from the spectral hammers.
10 damage? All right. It's going to lunge at Butthole. So the zombie will lunge at you and miss, which brings us to the T-Rex. It will take hammer damage.
15 damage.
It will swing its tail at Mr. Mittens
Why me?
because it's going to bite him. That'll hit you. Mr. Mittens, you are going to take 13 points of damage. Ooh. You were smacked squarely by the monster's
All right.
tail.
36 HP now.
Yeah, you're still doing better than Alan.
And then it squarely locks eyes with Butthole and will chomp down on you, sir. It will hit.
I'm going to bring my shield up over my head a la Dragonheart.
Classic Ryan maneuver from a classic Ryan movie.
One of my top 10, according to Facebook.
So you're going to take 34 points of damage and you are grappled. Good news is, if the T-Rex is chewing on you, it can't vomit up more zombies.
While I get lifted in the air, with one arm, you just see me frantically pointing at the zombie T-Rex. And then Alan, like, get this.
Yeah, before you got eaten by it, I was totally going to fireball it, but you kind of screwed that
Hasn't
up.
stopped you before, Alan.
Hit it in the ass.
I'm not going to burn you.
Hit it in the ass.
Alan, that's you. T-Rex has smacked Mr. Mittens with its tail. There's a zombie wandering around, and Butthole's being chomped on.
How tall is the T-Rex?
T-Rex height?
How many feet?
How tall is a zombified T-Rex?
I'll Google it. Current estimates put it at 20 feet tall.
That's fine.
Laura's
doing math in her
she's
head.
trying to magic it. Laura, I'm going to give you a countdown clock of 5 seconds because we're in an epic
Jesus.
fight.
5,
4,
3.
3. I'm a kinder counter. 2.
Fine, just magic missiles. You just ruined everything by getting bitten.
I just yell from the T-Rex's mouth, thanks for the feedback.
Yeah, I'll do it at level 3.
Okay.
16 damage.
So a bunch of magic missiles burst off the side. You're just blowing chunks of undead dino flesh
Nice.
off the Rex, which brings us to Mr. Mittens.
I pick up my javelin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get my raptor to go running head start, and I'm going to jump on its head.
Can you roll me an acrobatics check, please?
It was an 8.
What, did you roll a 4?
Yeah.
Oh, dang. All right. So you leap up off the raptor at the T-Rex's head. Unfortunately, as you're coming in, you get booted by one of Ryan's feet as he flails and falls sideways. So you land on the ground next to the T-Rex.
Okay, that's good. I swing my flail at its feet.
I'm going to give you disadvantage because you just fell. Roll your attack.
Luckily, I got a 16.
That'll do.
And I'm going to roll again for my second attack with the same weapon.
Just going to give you a 1 since you were trying to jump up on its head and do like cool stuff. So go ahead and roll your damage though, because that first one totally goes through.
13 damage. This flail is amazing.
Good for pounding puppies and pounding T-Rexes. Ryan, you are currently grappled.
Yes, I'm having a bad day. I don't like getting hurt this much, but it happens. First Moonhammer, I think we made the wrong strategy. I went for the belly. That's what you do on me or like a person or something that cared about its belly. We got to go more for the brain. So the Fist of Moonhammer is just going to pop out of the sky again and drill it right between the eyes. 14 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
10 damage.
Okay.
I'm then, while screaming with fangs still inside my body, I'm just going to yell, owie, 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 and then take Moonlight Bringer and touch myself on the top of the head with it. And then I'm going to cast Cure Wounds as a 4th level spell. I'm going to town, man. I am hurting. 29 HP. So yeah, I heal myself for that. And then I would like to imagine, Tom, that I can actually heal myself so the teeth are now back on the outside of me. They could easily squish in again if I don't wrestle out of this.
So that takes us to the top of the round with the zombie. Zombie's going to lurch at
Alan? Alan?
Well, Alan's far away.
Am I closer?
You're very close. Mr. Mittens, what's your AC?
I got a 17 AC.
17. It barely squeaks through.
Oh, thank God.
No, I mean, it manages to get past you. But it'll only hit you for 2 points of damage. Which brings us to the T-Rex. So, having got the T-Rex's attention with your magic missiles, Alan, the T-Rex starts stomping towards you.
Hello.
Mr. Mittens, I'm going to let you get an attack of opportunity.
Oh, heck yeah. 23.
Yep, that'll hit.
I got a 17.
While it's stomping over, it's going to chomp down on Ryan. Going to give it an attack with advantage because you're in its mouth already.
Yeah, that's logical.
So it will hit. Good news is when you healed up, teeth popped out, and then they just pop right back in. And it's like the exact same places, and it's really fucking frustrating. 29 points of damage there. And that stomps over, and it swings its tail at Alan.
I'll cast shield.
Alan, it will hit you.
What the bloody?
I rolled a 16, and I get plus 10. So can you beat that? That's 18 points of damage as you're smacked squarely with the tail in the face.
I'm not doing well.
Good news is, not vomiting up new zombies because its mouth is full. Which brings us to Alan. You are face to face with a T-Rex.
All right, witch bolt.
Smash cut to Quinny and Ranger.
So then I kicked him into her witch bolt. So the spider's no longer, by the way, he's not actually a spider. He's a druid. And so I kicked this kobold.
Wait, slow down. I'm not tracking at all. What?
I've been talking to you for the past 45
And I've been trying my best to block it out. You're very annoyed.
I hate you.
Smash cut back to our heroes.
I'm just remembering the number of times witch bolts fry to everything somebody touching getting hit with witch bolt gets
I
fried.
don't know what else to do.
I heard witch bolt. Witch bolt has been summoned. All right, Laura, what's it going to be?
Witch bolt at level 2. Roll to attack. 16.
That'll hit.
11 damage.
T-Rex is looking mighty damaged. Yes. That being said, witch bolt electrifies
I know.
everything. What's the wording of the spell?
A beam of crackling blue energy lances out towards a creature within range, forming a sustained arc of lightning between you and the target.
So with the hit being that low, do we want to say it didn't get through the armor, or because its teeth are in my body, is it an auto hit because it hit the T-Rex?
I'm going to say it doesn't get through the armor.
Great.
Mr. Mittens, you've got a zombie next to you. Your friend Alan has just been attacked by a T-Rex. Things are looking pretty dire.
Okay, I'm going to throw my javelin at its throat. Would that hit Ryan?
It might. But if you rush up and smash it with your flail, it's probably fine.
I'm going to rush up and smash it with my flail twice so the zombie can't touch me.
All right.
15
Okay, that'll hit.
and got a 16 that time.
Both those will hit.
I know. So that's about
24.
Yeah, that's what I was
24.
about to say.
All right, so Mr. Mittens, you rush up. You see Alan is under threat. You see buttholes being chomped on. You're not really sure what's going on with Billy Fingers, but you imagine it's probably not great. So you rush and you see the tail is down, and using your feline agility, you run up the tail, you run up the T-Rex's back, and then you just do a quick wha-pa-pa against the T-Rex's skull. The first hit, you hear a sickening crack.
Oh,
As
hell
the skull
yeah.
opens, second time, hits the brain. Dinosaur's eyes roll up into its head, and it slumps forward. However, as it does so, 4 zombies burst from its bloated guts.
God darn it.
So stay in initiative order, everybody, please. All right, Butthole, you are in a dead T-Rex's jaws. You can climb out if you'd like.
I push my way out of the mouth and say, thanks for the assist, Mittens. So we got 4
You mean the
zombies.
kill?
Listen, I was doing most of the heavy lifting here.
Sure you were.
I say as my kidney falls out.
There are 5 zombies. Yep.
5 zombies. How close are they?
4 are all around you. 1 is back where Mittens was.
I am going to hold up Moonlight Bringer and say, back the hell off, or I'll kill you in the name of Moonhammer. And then I fart and I burp simultaneously, and it starts going back and forth like a bellows, like burp, fart, burp, fart, burp, fart. And it picks up and picks up and picks up and picks up until this swirling, glowing air around me explodes upwards, and I hold Moonlight Bringer over my head. And it looks like the shining light shines, rather than down from heaven, it comes up from hell and explodes out of the
That makes
ground.
sense.
And I use Destroy Undead for the power of my goddess. So I hold up a holy symbol, and if a DC 15 will save is failed, all undead within 30 feet turn and move away for 1 minute or until they take damage. If their challenge rating 1 or lower, they are immediately destroyed if they fail to save.
It's like you just snapped your fingers because they all just turned to ash.
I lay down and say, I need a minute.
as blood leaks out of your side.
Goblin Jr. comes over. I've taught him to do basic first aid. Can we call this a short rest?
We can call this a short rest.
I am going to take a short rest. And
More like a cat nap.
for you, a catnap. For me, desperately taping my insides back inside of me.
What's the rule for short rest healing?
You can spend as many hit die as you'd like to regain health.
I killed an undead T-Rex.
You killed an undead T-Rex.
I'm just standing triumphantly.
So is it still going to be called Puppy Pounder, or is it now T-Rex Pounder?
T-Rex Trasher.
Nice.
Actually, no, it's still going to be called Puppy Pounder. I like that name better.
Fair enough.
That's its side name. When there's a T-Rex inside, T-Rex Trasher.
Dig it.
And there's like a name tag on it, and every time there's a T-Rex about, just
Flip it over.
no, like it, like
Just
the
all my
the
hit
name
dice.
erases, and it magically says T-Rex Trasher.
Nice.
Something funny like that.
Alan and I and Goblin Jr. just patch each other up, and we'll just say this as players. Laura and I, for the first time ever, have just blown all of our combined hit dice in one session.
I'd like to say that the MASH theme is playing. Like you're both just sitting there really sadly looking at the remains of the day. Jonah, if you need health, you can spend a hit die to get it back right now.
Oh, I'm going to take a cat nap.
So all of the heroes have expended their entirety of hit dice. If you look at Butthole, he's a mummy. Around his midsection of his armor, it's just held together by bandages. And then Goblin Jr. took some of the armor patches they have for like if you got a puncture or whatever while you're in the field, and they sort of like did like a spot weld to like the theme from Flashdance, and it was just Goblin Jr. just doing like this weird little jig with his like hinky leg, and then just welding those patches in place so that my armor will hold up in combat again. While over on the other side of the clearing, we just see
Raptor Senior.
Raptor Senior on its knees, arms spread like platoon, just over the bodies of Blue and Ted.
Wait, can't you revive him?
No, that's the spell. That's why we're here. There's no hope. You die here, you die for real.
Oh, crap.
And then Raptor Senior does the platoon thing and then runs off into the jungle.
Oh, that was a rental.
Can I spend a stress thing for a tracker on him?
I mean, you can.
How much would that be?
Do you have any stress
I'd give it
left,
to you for
Jonah?
one stress.
He's got one.
One?
I got one stress. I mean,
Honestly, bringing him back to do more of this work, like, do you know what those raptors should do? They should unionize. This is a problem.
God damn it,
Look
Ryan.
at these working conditions. This is crap.
I treat him nicely.
I lean into the jungle. Yeah. Look how great he's doing.
Ted's just a puddle.
Run and start a union. Keep the dues low. You'll get early interest.
Meanwhile, on the McSquiggly.
Okay, open that door for me.
Why? You have hands.
Could you not be a dick right now and just open the door for me?
Sure.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Thank you.
This is a bathroom. What is happening? What are you doing?
You know what? I saw you eating that omelet, and it made me really have to go.
That's not how bodies work.
Okay, well, I am not of your kind. All right? Now close the door.
You close it. I'm not going in there.
Yeah, I know. Don't. Okay?
All right.
Quiddy, can you roll me a dexterity check, please?
What? Why? Oh God. 8.
Your plan is to like pop part of your stitches so you can technically still be shackled but be on the other side of the door.
The door, exactly.
Unfortunately, with your roll, you fail that, and instead your elbow inverts and your arm is stuck in the door. That door is not quite going to close.
I'm sorry.
You're not sorry.
I'm sorry.
I know you're not really
I'm
sorry.
I'm not sorry.
Oh God.
Oh, shit.
What?
Do you have any, like, napkins on you, or...
No. I don't have anything.
Okay, well, pass me your hand for a second.
No.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to do it, okay?
Yes, you fucking do. Oh my God.
Look, you smell like shit. It's going on shit. Shit and shit. Like the drink at a bar. Okay? I'm going to cup your hand, okay?
I have no choice in this, do I?
Okay. No, you don't.
What's Bucky doing during this?
Bucky is sitting in a corner watching and just kind of has like a blank smile on his face of just like his default disposition is cheerful. So he's just kind of happy to be on the ship.
As your hand draws ever closer, we smash cut back to. You hear the squeaking of wagon wheels as Marvin Bonesworth and the rest of the company kind of squeak into the clearing.
Nice
and they're
of
like,
you to meow up.
Are you guys... Doggone it, he's right. We should have been here.
We just killed a freaking T-Rex. Do you see that body?
No, I don't like that at all. Oh, good thing I wasn't here.
I freaking destroyed that thing. You should have seen me.
Yeah, it was just him.
It was a team effort.
Marvin, you need to give us 5 more minutes. I am determined to find anything of value in this camp. So I send Goblin Jr. to search for any profits. And then what I want to do is go over to the T-Rex skull, and I want to pull its teeth out, and I want to take my chain shield, and then on the exterior of the chain shield, I would like to hammer the teeth in so it looks, yet again, very similar to the shield from Dragonheart.
Oh my god.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you do it.
I'm going to spend stress.
Actually, yeah, because I was going to say that's the kind of thing you could do with a blacksmith, but I'll give it to you for 3 stress.
I'll do that. I'll do that for stress. Well, imagine that because of how close I was to death, Moonhammer down at her copier sent me a little extra power that I then waste completely building a sexier shield.
She knows who she's working with. Ryan, I think what I'm going to do with the shield then, now that it's all dino teethed up, is once a day you can add an extra D4 to one of your shield-based attacks.
Oh, cool.
You still have the chain shield throw thing, right?
Basically, how I'm treating it now moving forwards is that I can either have Moonhammer's punch arm come out, or if it's going to be
shield.
in close fighting, what I do is I charge up the shield with Moonhammer energy, and we'll use it for the same thing.
Hey, can I see your shield for a second?
No.
Butthole, is it?
A bold attempt to guess my name for it, but no, this is my shield, and I really like it.
You don't want it to feel softer when you put your body against it?
Okay. I don't want to regret this, though,
Okay.
and then I give him the shield.
I just start knitting on the back. I just start knitting it with covering it with yarn.
Do you know what? That was a real dick thing of me to be about a shield. So I got to reach in and I got to take out 200 gold and give it to you as an apology / thank you.
God.
Okay, so does Goblin Jr. find anything?
So Goblin Jr.
Your shield is now knit breaker.
I don't know. Blood Punch is pretty great. But in my head, I'm going to know that it's comfy Bloodbringer.
Aw.
Or Blood Punch. Oh, man, I'm having a problem with this name. Shield, we might rename you now that we're back in the service of good. I'm going to name you Toothy Friend.
Can I see your hammer? I want to do the exact same thing I just did.
Yeah.
But the handle, I won't do it with it.
This just needs to be steel. I hit too many things with it. The yarn could catch fire. It seems high risk.
Good
It's not
point.
that you don't do great work.
Thank you.
I appreciate the work. Very rarely do I have a weapon that's been decorated by royalty or a 12-year-old cat person. Alan, do you want him to yarn up anything of yours?
He could yarno your glass staff.
Oh my god.
Or do you want like a cape for Billy Fingers?
He might get a little cold. Could you knit him like a sweater, but that has like holes in it?
I know exactly how many fingers he has, though.
Why don't you make it with like a bunch of finger holes, but make them a little wider than you would, so you
Yeah,
can put
that's-
like 2
yeah.
through if he needs,
Okay.
or like 3.
That's probably going to take me like 30 minutes.
Okay, well, we can
Cool.
do that back on the road then.
Okay, Goblin Jr. drags out a pair of fine gloves. They are hail gloves of the Gold Dragon. So what these gloves do is increase your maximum HP by 2 and grant resistance to fire.
I'm going to take those. Good work, buddy.
Snarf, snarf. Translation, I always do good work.
Yes, absolutely. And then I just looked at Alan as I put these gloves on and I go, hey, little safer from that old fireball.
Nice. So
Amazing.
how much damage will you take if I cast Fireball on you?
Half.
Hey, butthole. Hey, butthole.
Yes.
Want me to knit those for you?
No, thank you. I'm really, listen, we've already got 40 minutes worth of knitting for you, and I don't know when we're going to get to the next thing. We got to be careful here.
Okay, I'll just knit on the road then.
Teaming back up with Marvin.
Oh,
Bones.
can I put both of our dead raptors on the wagon? I need to return them to the rental place.
I make yarn body bags for them.
Yep. Okay, so that all happens.
I would also like to take a third yarn body bag and get enough of the T-Rex parts that it looks sort of like a mashed raptor, and I'm going to try to return that as the third one.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Can you roll me a
Deception
check? Yeah.
13 total.
It looks about as good as the yarn cat from earlier, which is to say, not great.
We're going to put that one on the bottom when we return them.
You're horrible.
Quite a yarn you're all spinning. All right, you hoist the bags up onto the wagons and you continue on to Catlandia.
Yes.
Marvin warns you just as you're starting to come up. He's like, so, Catlandia's, it's not that far from here now. I get the sense that you folks are looking to go after Grumpy Cat. He probably won't be too happy to see you all wandering right up in front.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right, you heard the man.
Just a second, and I take a knee and do a prayer. I don't think you're correct.
I am correct.
I've got a goddess. She's ruling over hell. If this goes bad, we're all going there. So let's do what she says.
You're down a jungle path. There seems to be on an incline. He's got to drop some supplies off. but it's up to you whether you want to go with him or if you want to approach a different way.
I'm not a terribly sneaky dude. Alan,
Neither am I.
Did you
No.
see my flail?
I'm imagining you can sneak. You're very yarny.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe I should stay on the wagon. We can cover me with these body bags, and then I'll just be hidden. Honestly, if you guys hide me, is way better than if I hide myself.
Would you like me to put you inside
true.
a yarn body bag?
Okay, I'm going to be a fourth body bag. That's actually
Yes.
a really good sale. So you get to
Okay.
work on that. Should we just do that with all of us? This seems like a pretty good plan.
kind
Yes,
of,
this
yeah.
is kind of.
Yeah, we're all going to be body bags. Is that cool, Marvin?
I suppose. I mean, he's a pug. He's pretty easy going. He's just trying to breathe.
Should I not be in because they'll probably accept me because I'm a cat?
Well, you are the prince, though. Would they? Here. I know what we should do. And I
Give me
give
the
him my
mask.
dinosaur mask. And
That's
I say,
exactly what I was gonna say.
that mask will protect you from electricity. Yeah, so you're wearing the dinosaur mask,
Oh,
and we're
God.
going in a body bag. So you're going to pretend to be Marvin's assistant. And there's going to be a lot of buddy cop, like a dog and a cat, going on adventures. And then I would say, if something starts to go really wrong, Alan and I will sing your theme song. And it goes like this, Alan. A dog and a cat going on adventures. They are cool. Don't ask too many questions.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just start knitting like Siamese cat things so they can't recognize me, even if I still have the mask on, just to be safe.
Great.
Cool.
Hiding in your body bags, I need both of you to roll me stealth checks, please. I'll
Great.
give them an advantage because you're in body bags.
Oh, cool.
And they can't really see.
Yeah, we got mittens hiding us.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
You guys is deader than dead.
Considering how injured I am, I'm not surprised that I smell mildly of death.
Let's just carry them into the king's chamber and put them down next to this bag of knives.
They're lucky this king likes dead people.
I definitely pooped myself during that fight, so it's all good.
Marvin, we're going into Catland, but you're a dog person, so clearly you know how to do that dog-cat thing.
Mm-hmm.
We got Goblin Jr. I don't want to leave him in the woods because there were thousands of goblins that stood on each other's shoulders, and then a T-Rex almost murdered us. Can he just, like, walk with you? He'll do what he's told. He's smart.
Sure, but I warn you, I can't be of much help once we're inside.
Honestly, we might end up leaving him with you if it's going to be a problem,
Okay.
but you don't need to do much.
Yep, you'll understand what I mean when we get in there. He leads you up the hill. You guys are in your body bags. Mr. Mittens, you're walking alongside in
Meow.
your Siamese cat / dinosaur mask outfit.
Actually, I take off the mask and I just make my face look like a Siamese cat just to be safe.
I look at him and I say, I think that's cultural appropriation.
What? Is that good or bad?
And so you ask. You arrive at the top of the hill, and
Oh, it looks so stupid.
you can kind of look down into the basin. You know how there's like hilly areas in jungle, so you're kind of up at the lip of it. You can look down, and you can see buried in the jungle what looks like an abandoned city.
Ah, my home.
And it is indeed Catlandia. Yeah, stylistically, it's a mix of an Aztec temple and some scratching posts. There seem to be some, like, you know how cat houses have those circular things up on pillars?
Yeah.
There's that sort of stuff. It's all carved in stone. Very classy. However, around it, you can see a lot of construction scaffolds, crates, and to your surprise, you see a number of dog people operating machinery and carrying picks and like dragging boxes and doing that sort of thing. So basically, Martin will be able to get you pretty much as far as the entryway, and then he'll have to leave the cargo.
Just to let you guys know, the palace is basically a giant cat head.
I don't say anything because I'm pretending to be dead. I hope they just see a mentally ill Siamese cat talking to a pile of bodies.
We're on the hill right now. They don't see us.
I can't see out of my body bag. I also assumed that when our wagon hit a bump and he said, "We're home," that the bump was his home. I unzip a little peek, and we see the kingdom that looks as described.
At the center, you can see a large domed palace. It looks a little bit like Constantinople, like the big, whatever the hell that building is, carved in stone, but it's got cat ears coming out of it, and there are two massive sun-catching mirrors that seem to be the cat's eyes. So at various times, the sun hits the mirrors. They're all like lined with little mirrors made of smaller things, so they kind of glitter and
Oh, cool.
glisten.
That's cool.
From the towers on the left, flanking the entrance to the area, you can see there's two stepped stone towers with milk waterfalls running down them. The milk looks pretty gross even from here. There's like pebbles and stuff in it, but like, you know, it's more for aesthetic. You get the sense the drinkable milk's probably inside. That being said, you can see that the dog people are like collecting some and seem to be moving it to barrels, and there seem to be a lot of operations going on.
I pretend to be dead.
Marvin wheels the party down sort of into the basin. And you come up to what would have been the front gates to Catlandia back in the height of its power. Now the gates have been dismantled, and it's kind of a staging area for the excavation. So there's a bunch of carts and stuff ready to get taken out with empty supplies and empty boxes and worn-up tools. Marvin kind of wheels his in on the opposite side and starts unhitching the Triceratops to go hitch it up to another one. And as he walks by the body pile, he just mutters, "Good luck." Because he's a pug, and he really... still harping on that. I love them so much, but they're sad doggies. So he makes his way the Triceratops over and his guards and starts hitching up the empty vehicles.
Before we leave, I pet his head.
He looks at you and he kind of like tugs on his sock. He nods and he says, "I know your people don't believe in this, but you're a good boy." And then he walks away.
Cool. So is Goblin Jr. going with Marvin, or is he staying with us?
Goblin Jr. is going to like hang out on the outskirts.
Nice. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, he's done that before. He's got that expertise. Plus, now that he's a raptor trainer, I mean, we could go out there and it could turn out he's the king of the jungle.
So basically, you're in the central staging area. From inside the incredibly hot but very soft and comfortable yarn body bags, you can hear a lot of commotion outside, things being dragged around. Mr. Mittens, from what you can see, it looks like, contrary to what you believed, there are a number of dog people, and they seem to be operating the excavation. You can see that there's sort of a foreman who looks like a poodle of some sort, who is giving orders and talking to Marvin and getting the shipment that's going out ready to go.
Okay.
Which means you probably only have a few seconds to get these guys to safety. What do you do?
I go through a hole in the wall that surrounds the city that I found when I was 10 years old.
I will give that to you for stress.
How much stress?
Exactly as many as you have left. Mr. Mittens basically pulls the two of you off and pulls you through sort of a side hole in the wall that he used to go through back when he was but a wee kitten, back when he and Grumpy Cat were still on good terms, back when Grumpy Cat was mildly pleasant cat, before the dark times.
Happy cat became ambivalent cat, became grumpy cat.
Became hatred cat. Became dark side cat.
Then went back to Grumpy Cat. Both of those were trademarked.
Ironically, by Annan. Just in case, the
By
Forsaken.
Annan.
In case the Forsaken, that's actually the production company logo she has at the end of all of the stage adaptations that she's done. But no, Annan actually bookmarked those two names in case the Forsaken ever got a cat. The Forsaken, once he picks a name, you're stuck with it. There's no negotiating. So she had to get ahead of the game. So she pre-booked a lot of names.
Fun fact, that's actually why you don't have as much merchandising money as you should, because she's had to spend so much on copyright defense.
Oh, the licensing has been
God.
brutal.
Oh, my God.
I actually named one of my merchandise pieces just Lord Never Ember's Wiener. And that one has been a lawsuit magnet. It's a toothpick brand.
Oh, I saw that once at the grocery store. It was horrifying.
They're selling like hotcakes, though.
Mr. Mittens, what was your favorite catnip bar in Catlandia? What was it called?
Jugster's milk.
You take your two friends quickly sort of through some back alleys. Think about Catlandia, since Cat's kind of like enclosed spaces and things. It's a lot of narrow alleys. All the buildings are very close together. So he kind of pulls you through a bunch of alleyways and into Joker's Milk? Joker's Milk.
Yeah, I like Joker's milk.
Pulls you into Joker's Milk. Sitting at the bar, weighing different bags of catnip, is a very elegant looking cat named Jemima. Jemima is a...
It's an ant.
No, it's a cat, Ryan.
Yay! 2 dad jokes in a row.
Tortoiseshell tabby, and is missing an eye, but doesn't seem to be too fussed by it. Wearing just a very tattered robe.
She's missing an eye, you said?
Yes.
I give her one of my yarn eyes that I have.
Wait.
This is for you, ma'am.
Prince Mittens?
No.
Is that you?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. You just sounded so much like my old friend Prince Mittens, and he used to knit me fake eyes just like this one. And she pops out the incredibly gross yarn eye that she's had for years that's still in there, and it's kind of like gloops it down on the counter and puts the new one in. She's like, "Oh, that's much better. Still bad, but much better."
And then I just kind of get close to her ears and I said, "Yeah, it's totally me, but don't tell anyone."
I fall for the yarn costume every time. It's so exciting to have you back, my prince.
I get out of the body bag and just go, woof.
Just shh. That's one of their command words.
I'm just singing cat and a dog.
Going on adventures. They are cool. Don't ask too many questions.
Hi.
Do you know what one of us is focused? We should follow the prince here.
Jemima, do you think the
dominatrix.
No.
Domesticatrix.
There you go.
Do you think the domesticatrix?
The domestic cat sick.
Get out of here.
Do you think the domesticatrix could be reversed to get everybody back to normal?
I've only ever seen it turn our kind into house pets.
Okay.
Although I have seen it turn dogs back into dog people. She quickly explains that in your absence, Grumpy Cat and his canine companion, they seem to be searching for something. Grumpy Cat has become obsessed with something known as the Jellicle Prophecy.
Jellicle cats.
Grumpy Cat has become obsessed with the Jellicle Prophecy that suggests that one cat will be able to transcend this plane of existence, but he believes the only way he can do that is by draining the energy from all of us by turning us back into domestic house cats.
Okay, I don't want to get too interrupted here, but do you think if we put a couple of potatoes in front of this thing, we could make domestic snack mix?
Most of my friends and family are dead.
So, yes?
Yes, I believe so.
Cool.
Okay.
You'd have to ask Syllabub, the chef in my family. Oh, wait, you can't. He's a house cat now.
Honestly, I'm going to put in a good word for him, though. I know the goddess who's running hell, and I'm sure your whole family is there. I mean, this is a comforting fact. I'm going to put in super words. She's amazing. Praise Moonhammer.
Okay, we'll make sure
She's a friend
my
of
friends
Garfield, so don't
Pouncival
worry.
and Tumble Brutus are also okay.
I will send a word right now. Are they okay? Oh, Moonhammer. They're doing great. They're doing super
okay,
great.
that's very good.
One of
And
them
then she
just-
like takes some catnip and just like rubs it on her face, and she's like, "Ah, that's better."
And then
Sorry,
I take
was
some
getting really
catnip
stressed
and
out.
drop it on the floor, and I yell, "One for my homies."
You know what? I like this guy.
You should have buried it. Give me a second. So I whispered to Ryan, and I'm like, Butthole, get your dog. What's his name? Goblin Jr., get him.
But he's outside of town. Okay, I'll go get him. Fine, but it's going to take a minute.
Do you want him to turn into a dog person or not?
Listen, we all know I want him to turn into a dog
Okay,
person.
then go get the dog.
All right, so I'm going to go, and it'll be some minutes. Alan, I mean this. He's 12.
Hi,
You're in charge. And then I walk out.
but I'm allowed to be alone.
This is very new for me. Alan is not good with kids.
Hi, babysitter.
Alan's cat sitting.
Yeah, you know.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
You know what, Alan? Maybe it was hard for Riker too. Do you ever think about that? No, of course you didn't. But now you can. Being a parent's hard.
That's the
Meow.
voice of Riker in your own head.
Meow.
Yeah, no, that doesn't track.
So now I'm going into just full cat mode.
So he's freaking out in cat mode. Ryan, I need you
That's
to
cool.
roll me
I'm
a
just gonna
stealth
rub
check.
this. I'm just gonna rub your tummy.
That's a nat 1.
You proudly stride through the hole in the wall out into the sunlight.
I don't even think I go through the hole. I think I sit on the inside of the hole and I just yell, Goblin Jr. Goblin Jr. Wolf! Wolf, come here!
And you just hear, Star Snarf! And so Goblin Jr. comes running, as do the Poodle Foreman and 2 dog guards. The Poodle Foreman approaches you. Who are you?
I am so happy to meet you. I was sent here by a goddess. Can you believe that?
Marmaduke?
Honestly? Yes.
Can you roll me a deception check?
Oh, God.
11 total.
It's a good thing that the only golden doodle I know is the most trusting dog in the world, because I rolled a 3 and he's like, oh, good.
I think we've all had enough of this grumpy cat fella.
Oh, and he looks real concerned. Grumpy Cat? You mean Freitas' friend?
You know Freitas?
Well, yeah, he's our king.
See, that's so great. But they're friends now. I heard they weren't together.
Haven't you heard their cool song?
I would love to hear it.
It's a dog and a cat going on adventures, gonna take over the world and do the Jellicle Prophecy dance.
See,
Memory. And then there's more, but that's all I know.
I knew I heard that first part somewhere. I was doing a song earlier today, and I thought I'd come up with it. And you know when you hear something on the radio, and then later you're humming it, and
What's
you
a
just think it's your
radio?
own thing. Have you ever met the Gnome Performance Union?
Oh, the Gnome Performance Union, the GPU.
GPU.
Yeah, the Gnome Performance Union.
Yeah, they're great. Have you heard their radio division?
No.
Yeah, it turns out they all write down exactly the same songs, and they go out to a selection of places and play them at certain times of day.
Oh, like a sportscaster.
Yeah. Often it's the same songs a lot. Like they seems to choose new ones, like maybe in the spring and sometimes in the fall.
Yeah, you know, we have some of those back in the port. For some reason, they were all singing "Wake Me Up Inside" a lot.
Yeah, that's a Neverwinter thing.
Oh yeah, that place is weird. Listen, I'm glad you were sent by Marmaduke and all, and that your pal Freitas, but we were told not to let humans on the site, so I'm gonna need you to go.
But see, I'm not a human, I'm a cleric.
Well, that's still a human though.
Is it?
I mean, look at your pale, fleshy face.
But look, this dog here and I are wearing the same symbol. And I show the symbol Moonhammer on both of us. And I'm like, you may not know, but we're soul sworn. Dog person, dog person. And I point to myself and him.
His poodly eyes cross, then uncross. Sure. I mean, maybe.
Do you want to know why Marmaduke sent me here?
Why?
Because there is a person hiding somewhere in the city, and I'm going to find them and take them out so you don't get in any trouble. Because I know you're a good boy. You're the goodest boy.
Yeah, I'm a good boy.
You're such a good boy.
And the rest of the guards are looking really ashamed and like one of them, she just turns to the other one. She's like, I wish we were good.
I look at the whole group and I use thaumaturgy and I say, every good boy is going to sit.
Can you roll me a persuasion check?
God.
17.
They all sit.
And I take out the rest of my rations and I give each of them some rations and I say, you keep this city safe. You're all good boys.
Okay, we'll keep the city safe.
You're the best boys. Okay, you go back to work and I'm going to go over here.
Okay. And then they run off back to work.
And I go back to find these guys in that place.
So, how'd it go?
Made a lot of friends. Had a great time.
You made friends with the guards, didn't you?
Who else am I going to make friends with?
Snarf, snarf.
Those dead raptors?
Snarf.
Oh, God. Wait, why am I carrying these body bags on my back?
Oh, we might need those later. Just hang on to them. They're useful. Put them in your knitted bag of holding.
Oh, yeah, good point. I forgot about that. Yeah.
In they go. What do you guys want to do? Jemima can give you temporary refuge here at her shop, but she is worried that Grumpy Cat seems to be getting ever closer to completing his goal of achieving the Jellicle prophecy.
Here's the other thing I learned at the wall, worth knowing. Dog King and Grumpy Cat have teamed up. There's a few ways we could go about this.
Okay.
We could go kill Grumpy Cat and just hope that fixes things. We could go try to talk to the Dog King and then see if we can get him to turn on Grumpy Cat because we can offer like a sweeter deal. Or we could try to find out why they're working together, break up that relationship, and then essentially team up with the Dog King to murder Grumpy Cat.
I think the last one, but if we did do that, if I took over power, I'm kind of worried that might start World Puppy War 2.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We'll side with the Dog King. So we break them up so they don't get along. And then we go make Team Dog King and we ice Grumpy Cat and then we bring back the rest of the cats.
Okay, Jalula?
Jemima.
Jemima.
Your old friend who runs your favorite bar.
Right.
Josephina, we gotta...
Jemima, I have a question.
Yes.
Do you know why Grumpy Cat and Dog King are even teaming up?
It seems like they've actually been in cahoots since the very beginning. The dogs have their own version of the Jellicle prophecy, though I suspect Grumpy Cat is planning to betray him. So they staged the transformation of the dogs into domestics just in order to buy themselves enough time to seize power here.
Ooh, got a new idea. Okay, fresh pitch. Now
Grumpy
that we know...
Cat's a dick.
Yeah, agreed. There is no pitch that does not involve Grumpy Cat being a huge dick. Is there like a dog prince? Because you know more about this place than I do. I just came in. Goblin
my
Jr.'s
God,
pretty new. I imagine there must be a dog prince.
I think I know.
I look at Goblin Jr. and I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Okay, step one.
Give me paw 5.
Paw 5.
All the way around. Paw 5's the whole way around. Okay, Goblin Jr., you got to approve this, but here's what I think. We go in to
Use
that.
the domesticatrix.
Thank
on
you for
him.
saying it instead of me. We turn you back into a dog prince. Then we come back out here and we rally the guards. And then we just kill everyone who's a dick.
Yeah, snarf, 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 snarf.
There's no downside.
And then at some point, we'll find the Well of Souls.
Oh, yeah, no. But this is...
It lays beyond.
I just want to make sure that we all
Yes.
understand our long-term goal.
You're right. I'm getting caught up here. Because do you know what? I bet Quinny isn't even having a problem with his body.
Smash cut 2. Quinny, you're trying to figure out how best to shower.
Alone.
Not happening, bud.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'm opening up the door.
Why are you naked?
I'm showering, dude.
No, I'm showering.
Well, we're connected together, so we're both gonna have to shower.
Just let me off. Okay, I can't go anywhere.
You are not leaving my sight. Now take off your clothes and shower with me naked.
All right. I kick off my flip-flops.
Wait, you're
Wait.
taking off your flip-flops to go into a public shower?
You really? That's gross. You don't
got-
want to get warts.
I've got hooves.
What?
I've got hooves? Hoofs? I don't know how you say it.
You're being
I got
a
donkey
fucking
feet.
loser right now.
I mule kick him in the balls.
Oh, all 5 of them. It's like the clacking thing, like, like the balls are,
What are you? I thought you were an elf.
I have many intricacies you would not expect.
And I'm about to see them all as we climb into this fucking shower.
What's the song that plays during the shower montage?
It's an orchestral version of The Heat Is On. No, it's all instrumental. There's no actual vocals to it.
But like sweeping orchestral, like, like the
yes.
Hans Zimmer orchestra version of. Queenie, what's your montage song that's going through your head during this shower montage?
There's no music. It's just the sound of water.
I dropped the
hitting-
soap. It's not going there. Don't worry. Shit. I'm really sorry, bud. Can you pick it up for me, though?
No, I'm done.
Dude,
no,
look at me.
No,
Dude.
no.
Come on.
I've already got an eye full of you. I'm not.
All right, 2 dicks. And then the one dick snatches the soap like a whip. Just like, whoosh, whoosh. Thank you.
You could do that this whole time, and you've been asking me to pick shit up for you?
Yeah.
This episode of Dum-Dums and Dragons features the voices of Ryan LaPlante at the Ryan LaPlante on Twitter, Tyler Hewitt at Tyler_Hewitt on Twitter, Laura Hamstra at EL Hamstring on Twitter, our special guest, and our DM Tom McGee at McGeeTD on Twitter. This episode's sound was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Dum-Dums and Dragons artwork is by Del Borovic, who can be found at delborovic.com. Our theme songs are And Now for That Massive Coronary and Skipping Through the Orchestra Pit Part 1 by Peter Gresser, and our ad music is No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JAHZZAR, all available at freemusicarchive.org. When it comes to Dum-Dums and Dice, you can visit our website at dumdumdice.com. Our Twitter and Instagram are at dumdumdice, and on Facebook at facebook.com/dumdumdice. But most importantly, we've got merchandise at redbubble.com/people/dumdumdice, or you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/dumdumdice. That's DUMBDICE. And tune in next week for more Dum-Dums and Dragons.